We haven't done this in a while. Let's take a look at water around the state and around the West. And I can tell you, as far as what we have, it looks pretty good. So first and foremost, here's what the state looks like: 96% on the whole. And I remind you that anytime it says percent, that means out of 100. So out of 100 squares, 96% of the time, or 96% of those squares are full of water. Okay. And you can see up north, wow, 110. And this is kind of where we are. And with that snowstorm that we had the last 2 or 3 days, you can see exactly what it looks like. When you go south, not quite as good. But I have to tell you that even in April, those are pretty good numbers. I have seen them much, much lower. So I think I mentioned in morning announcements yesterday, what do you think going on in the world of drought? And I know we haven't looked at this in a while, but we'll be able to look at past things when we were still in physical school. So here we go to the high plains. And then in a moment, we will click on Colorado. Take a look and predict. See if you think it's much different than the last time you saw it. I know that was a long time ago. We'll give it a shot. Okay. Here comes Colorado. And remember that I have to change the data display just a little bit. But there's what we look for. And remember, we're over here. Right there. Okay. So no drought here. And remember, we have to change this setting. And kind of here's what it looks like. And what you can see, okay, 3 months ago, and really remember that we've only been out of physical school for about a month, someplace thereabouts. So 3 months ago, okay, worse D2, slightly better D1. Okay, last week, well, we saw that D2 went up. And really quick, remember, D2 is land suffer, farmers reduce planting, fire season is extended. The drier it is, the more fire we could have. Snowpack is low. Now, right now, snowpack's not super low anywhere, but it is, I guess, in some portions. D1, okay, and we go back up to D1. Rangeland growth is stunted, very little hay. Dryland crops suffer, and that means crops that you plant and the only water they get is when it rains or when it doesn't. Wildfires increase, and the pheasant population declines because the pheasants need some decent ground cover. Okay. D0, 17.3, and that just means it's dry, and none at 35.6. So you can see that's gone up some. Now, usually I'll do this report on Thursdays, and we'll be able to take a look there. So now let's just go to the West. Now, here's the thing I'll point out to you that is way better in the whole West. If you scroll down, this is us. But if I scroll back up, especially in Washington and Oregon, the last few times, as a matter of fact, pretty much all year long, they've been in some serious drought without much snowpack. So there's a little bit of hope there. Now we'll go here for a close-up look at Utah. And you can see Utah is pretty much doing fine. Southwestern portion got a whole bunch of snow. Okay, we'd be tacking on 34 more pieces of water, and that's after all 100 are full. Okay, now California. Not so good in California. 3 different mountain ranges, 3 different watersheds. And if you look at those numbers, okay, they're not very good. So that can be problematic in California, where so many of the things we eat are grown. So what's the forecast? Well, this is what they think basically from March to June 30th. Okay, now you notice, excuse me, kind of the red is drought persists. And let's, There we go. The gray is drought remains but improves, and kind of the light brown is drought removal likely, which means it'll probably go away. So what do they think? Well, in the southwest corner of the state, still looks like drought's going to happen. But as you move this way and all the way up, they're pretty much saying they think that drought's going to go away. So there's a quick look at science, a quick look at water. And I will do this again with a super short update on Thursday. And then we will have regular updates every Thursday. And also next time I'll show you some different graphs. So that's science.